Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of the Burnley portion of Unknown to World, and we're back today for the third round of the FA Cup, and it's a Lancashire derby. Just before we get into today's episode, if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please do leave a like down below, comment your prediction for our game against Blackburn today, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Since you were last with us when we had a surprising pair of results against West Brom and Brighton, we've been on a pretty good run of form. We beat Peterborough 4-1. We beat Brentford 1-0. We drew 1-1 with Blackpool, which was a bit disappointing. I believe they're in a relegation battle. But we bounced back, 3-0 win against Ipswich. We then drew 1-1 with Reading and Sheffield United. We beat Middlesbrough 2-1. We lost 1-0 to Ipswich. But then again, we bounced back, a 2-2 draw with Bolton, which again, that was disappointing because they're at the bottom. But we were also down to 10 men, so I think that may have played into it. And most recently, we thrashed Swansea away 5-1. Despite going 1-0 down inside 3 minutes, we did come out on top. That means we are currently sat in second place in the league. We are 4 points behind West Brom above us and 1 point ahead of Ipswich, Brighton and Norwich. So it's very tight at the top of the league at the moment. And then Sunderland in 6th are still only 4 points back there. As I say, I was planning to come back for the 4th round of the FA Cup. But then we've ended up with the Lancashire derby. And with that in mind, it would be rude not to. How are Blackburn getting on since their promotion? They're currently down in 18th. So not in a terrific position so far. They are level on points with Fulham and West Ham just above them. They've won 5 games, so they're not doing horrendous, but they're far from safe. We'll put it that way. Our lineup going into this game, we've got Bilgin in goal, a back four of Spence, Collins, Branthwaite and Wilson Esbrand, Webster and Kartsev as the holding midfielders, Bidace on the right, Pareto on the left, Gelhardt through the middle and Malpe is up front. And less than 20 minutes in, Poeta's gone off injured. Not the start that we were after. We'll bring Shane Kelly on in his place and I think we'll leave them out that way round for now. The first highlight is a Blackburn goal kick right down in the corner. Bidace wins the header, but it's only to their left back and they play it infield and back to Phillips at centre back. One thing that I have noticed with this Burnley team at the moment, the depth that we have in this team is really incredible. It's one of the most strength in depth teams I've actually played with on Football Manager for a long time. There's not any position really where I feel like I'm having to play a second choice. Like, even when I'm having to rotate, they're still very good players that we've got. Blackburn are in behind, however, and Bilgin with a very good save to deny them. Ball comes back across, and we've got a block on it, and then it falls to Appiah, who knocks it into an empty net. That was unfortunate. At half-time, we're 1-0 down, and we've not shown a lot of anything in that first half, unfortunately. So hopefully in the second half, we might pull our fingers out. We're going to be looking at Malpe. He might be coming off early in the second half because he's not had a good game in that first half. Webster with a free kick from deep. Branthwaite with the header. It goes just wide. That was an ambitious header, if we're being honest. Buckley with a corner for Blackburn. Kelly heads it away at the near post. We're about to be looking at changes, so let's see how this highlight plays out. Ball comes back in. Bilgin comes off his line and claims it. And then we throw the ball quickly out to Branthwaite, and Collins now plays the ball forward towards Malpe, who doesn't even challenge for the header. That cements him coming off in a moment. They've got it back with Phillips. Wharton loses the ball to Webster. Kartsev has nicked it. Plays it out to Bidace on the right-hand side. What can he do from here? Why? Bilgin with a goal kick. We'll let another highlight play out because it happened just before I could press pause. Spence's on the ball on the right-hand side. Plays it forward to Bidace. Nice ball inside towards Gelhardt, but doesn't get there. And Blackburn find themselves back in control of the ball. Vallejo on the left-hand side for Blackburn now switches it out to their right back, I think he is. Appiah gets into the box. And again, we've got something on it, and it's just fallen to them with an open net. Twice in a row. Well, we've been 2-0 down. It kind of messes with our plans a bit. We're going to bring Iqbal on for Bidace because he's been booked. Hackett on for Esbrand because he's also been booked. And Mainu on for Webster as the holding midfielder. I think realistically this game's probably over. And we don't really have any other options to bring on in Malpay's place, unfortunately. Buckley with a free kick for Blackburn. It's headed on and goes over the bar, but that is unfortunately going to be game over. We are out of the FA Cup in the third round. Not a great showing in the Cups for us this year. Went out to us. Again, it's 2 Premier League clubs, but you'd like to get past at least one round of a cup. We did get round to the second round of the League Cup, so I'm doing this a bit dirty there. But nevertheless, not great. So for the second game of the episode, we are playing Derby, who are currently down in 10th place in the league. We made a couple of changes. Mainu comes in holding midfield, replacing Webster. Hackett comes in for the now suspended Wilson Esbrand. And then we've got Iqbal in the number 10, Gelhardt moving up to striker, and Cherlinov coming in for the injured Puerta, who is out with a broken collarbone, so he's going to be gone for quite a while, unfortunately. We have a highlight straight away in the game, less than a minute gone on the clock. Rooney wins a header and Kartsev plays it out to Bidace on the right-hand side. He brings it infield, Kartsev to Cherlinov, turns and plays it back out to Spence on the right in space, drills it into the bottom corner. We lead 1-0 with just over a minute on the clock. What a start. It's a Derby free kick now. It's sent into our box and they've hit the bar. Hackett knocks it away to Cherlinov and he's going to bring it out, plays it to Iqbal. The highlight ends. We do manage to get away with that. We come back to a highlight and before I can even react, Kartsev's been sent off. Well, that changes this game a little bit. Iqbal's going to drop back into midfield for us and he's going to just have to do a job back there. Let's hope he can. So we've now got the entire second half to go. We're 1-0 up and we've just got it made a bit more difficult for us. I'm hoping, because we're playing direct football at a high pace, maybe we can just get a quick ball up towards our strikers and grab a goal on the counter. That would be our hope. So we're just past the 60-minute mark. We're going to bring Traore on for Gelhardt up front just to refresh one of our strikers. Kelly can come on for Bidace, and we'll also bring Bevis on for Collins, who's not been having the best game at the back. We've got a highlight just after those subs were made, and Branthwaite boots the ball forward to absolutely no one. Rooney is on the ball now at the back for Derby and plays it across to their left back. Knight over the top to Danny Ings. Surely that was offside. Was it not offside? It looked offside. It wasn't offside. They've equalised. Oh dear. I mean, it was tight. I'm surprised the game didn't even mention it. It was onside, but still. We're going to bring Miles on for Iqbal, and he can become the deep line playmaker. Traore is struggling to meet the pace of the match. That's very disappointing. And we draw 1-1 with 10 men. We can't be too unhappy about that. We are going to find Kartsev wherever you are. Where are you, Kartsev? There you are. You can't get sent off in a match like that. There was no need for it. It was 2 yellow cards. I didn't see the first one, but the second one, they weren't even in a dangerous position, so it was a bit annoying. We do drop down to third as a result of that because Norwich picked up a win. However, Ipswich and Brighton, from the looks of it, must have picked up losses. Brighton lost to Hull and Ipswich lost to Sheffield United. So that is the end of a pretty disappointing episode today. We, as I say, dropped down to third. We're out of the FA Cup, we're out of the Carabao Cup. We've only got the league to focus on. So what I aim to do now is we'll probably aim to come back around Brentford and Oxford just before the end of the season so we can have a little catch up on how we're doing and also see how Oxford are getting on. They're currently 17th, so glad to see them seemingly safe from relegation. Out of interest, a quick look. They should be absolutely fine. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Leave a comment. What do you think we will end up doing this season? Can we get back into those automatic promotion spots? Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.